baby, there's no one but you.
Everyone, please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Don, the show is about to begin. Don, the show's going to begin.
But there's shit on the stage.
Yeah. Look, I know you're the facilities manager here, but the show's about to begin. We've got to get started.
Okay, fine. Don for Rich.
Go for Rich.
Could you come get the vacuum? I have to start a show.
No, you're going to have to do it. I'm watching the show.
Okay. All right. Don for Russell.
Russell went home.
Okay. All right. Fine. Whatever. Oh, he's cleaning up people. Fine. Oh, and my mask. Heaven in a coffee cup, just a moment off my feet. I watch a man hail a taxi cab and rush off down the street. He can drive for the rest of his life. Will he finally reach the American dream? Heaven in a cigarette, just a moment of release. I watch a page from the New York Times float by on the breeze. It says, if I try for the rest of my life, I might just reach the American dream. Oh, and please tell me who owns that piece of sky, a building blocking out the sun, much higher than the papers fly. Will all my dreams come all undone when heaven's on the other side of the street where you wait, and the traffic light, it doesn't change, you're stuck with your fate. So it's cigarettes and coffee cups and 5-minute breaks. But to keep my little dream alive, I do what it takes. So I claim my piece of sky by singing you this hopeful tune. Not long before I finally fly high above this city. But is there a reason? Is there a rhyme? Is my heart teasing? Am I just doing time? See, I don't know if I can make this city mine. All I know is I can try. So what are you doing here if you don't believe? 'Cause New York City, that's the city of dreams. If you don't got one, you might as well leave. Make room for another fool just like me. Make room for another fool just like me. Yay. Yes, I see a lot of my old catering friends here. Welcome. We've all done a lot of jobs in this city. I was going to wear my 15-year watch, but I forgot. So if you all have noticed, lately, there's been actually a lot of people leaving the city. I'm sure you have noticed that. We're even looking for a new roommate if anybody needs a spot in Hell's Kitchen. It's a lovely apartment. But this next song is about a friend of mine who sometimes, well, is often always leaving to go somewhere else. And I wish that he would have stayed here in this city. But I understand why he has to go. I certainly can understand the need to flee to Burning Man. And I agree that it's a must to often feed our wanderlust. And sometimes when you've lost your groove, you gotta break and make a move. When the planets all align, it's taken as a total sign. But the universe doesn't care if you move to Colorado or if you cut your hair and buy some boxy auto. To the universe doesn't care a bit if you pack and you leave with all your shit, 'cause you're feeling lost and you wanna quit. But I do. I know you couldn't help but ask if the universe was still on task, if it made your friend's friend's friend appear, who did that thing that got you here. For the city was your destiny, with lights and songs and silly queens. There's no Day of the Dead this year, won't paint my face if you're not here. And the universe doesn't care if you move to Colorado or if you cut your hair and buy some boxy auto. To the universe, it's all the same, and really it's such a crying shame. But the universe never heard your voice calling out its name. I told you it was all just chance. You swore that we were born to dance and get out of that tiny town with tiny minds that got us down, to end up in the desert chalk. Naked, hand in hand, we'd walk. Wind and sky and morning sun, a robot heart, a fragile one. Still the universe won't stop getting thin. Its distant lights are growing dim, and your gravity just isn't, well, it isn't what it's been. Oh, the universe doesn't see that tattoo of a brain heart you keep wrapped around your arm to remind you how to feel smart. And the universe doesn't see you try to forget about that fucking guy who made your brain heart want to die. But I do. No, the universe doesn't care and will not ever love you. That needle stabbing in while the sky is numb above you. You can carve your feelings in your skin, make that roadmap burn like sin. But the universe don't know where you've been like I do. And I do. So stay still, don't move, 'cause you've got nothing to lose. Stay still, don't move, 'cause you've got nothing, you've got nothing, you've got nothing to lose. was for Jake, wherever you are. This next song is called "It Has to Be Learned," and I wrote it when I was thinking about how we pass things on from generation to generation, good and bad things, and how a lot of things like shame for ourselves has to be learned because shame is a bad thing. All right. Behind the shed and over the fence where the stack of hay was laid, we let our play grow wild. Off came a shirt and off came a shoe, till we were just like the cherubs who wear only the whites of their wings. We flap, flap, flap our wings, wearing only the white of hand-me-down socks to protect our souls from rocks. We believe they are magical things, running in circles and scattering hay. Spreading our arms, we would soon fly away, had our laughter not dampen the sound. Hush, 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 the sound of our dad getting closer and calling our names, away from our chores and like dogs off the chain. We are up to no good when we're found beneath his roar. To a boy we'd freeze, for a boy knows he'll suffer, oh, for all his father sees. An innocent boy won't be innocent long. He's gotta be taught what is right and is wrong. Like hay in the wind, everyone scattered, climbing the fence like a heavenly ladder. But me, the thaw seemed to cheat. Last to the fence and last to the top, when all that was left was simply to hop. I paused and I can't tell you why. I had to turn, I had to look to see his face and how he shook. If we all get away, he may die. So I didn't jump and he pulled me in, grabbing my leg from ankle to shin. He ripped me off of my perch like a painted angel, all chipped away, who falls from the ceiling. I fell from my play and forgot all the fun that was had. Socks are not wings, no, they're not magic at all. You need all of your clothing, oh, to escape from the fall. An innocent boy won't be innocent long. He's gotta be taught what is right and is wrong. It's time you learned, said my quivering dad, that naked is very bad. And he slowly took off his belt. Without your clothes, you are without protection. Then he turned me around in the other direction, and that's when the beating began. And the beating went on, because naked is bad, and it has to be learned. Oh, it has to be learned. There was blood on my hand-me-down socks, speckled red, and a new idea was put in my head. There is no such thing as freedom. That's kind of intense. All these songs are about abuse, just kidding. So here's another song. Whisper to Me, I wrote after I read a book called The Horse Whisperer. This was a long time ago, and I just really liked that book, and I liked the message, so I wrote this song. Out west in the wilderness wild, men capture horses and put them in fences. They'll beat them till they bleed, then they will brand them to show they are hopelessly broken. I've lived my life like those horses, always forced down to my knees. I feel a piece of me burning. Won't you come rescue me, please? Out west in the wilderness wild, there's a man healing horses with only a whisper. He calms them and he cures them, and they give their hearts to him wholly. God, how I envy those horses. I wish you'd whisper to me. You know the words that could save me. Why won't you set my heart free? Just open your hands, let go of the reins. When you open your heart, you can let go of the pain. You'll never get what you need, trying to take what you need. But I'll give you the whole world, the whole world, the world if you'd whisper to me. Out west in the wilderness wild, where a whisper speaks louder than the shouting of voices, you'll find me, I'll be waiting. If you whisper, I'll give up my heart to you wholly. And just like those beautiful horses, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Whatever you give to me kindly I'd give back to you. Just open your hands, let go of the reins. When you open your heart, you can let go of the pain. You'll never get what you need, trying to take what you need. But I'll give you the whole world, the whole world, the world if you whisper, the world if you'd whisper, the world if you whisper to me. Yes, I'll give you the whole world, the whole world, the world if you whisper to me. Thank you. Oh, so these next four songs, first of all, you guys, I just like recognize so many of you are like friends and stuff. It's like feels great to be here with everybody. I love you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This next group of songs, there's four songs. It's from a musical that I was writing, am writing, Evan. He keeps saying, finish that damn musical. But all you need to know for this one, 1500s Germany, you know, as you do. And it's a monk, the two characters are a monk and a witch that have fallen in love, kind of. And since COVID, I will sing both parts, the female song and the male song. So the first one is called It Goes On, again about the things that we pass on from generation to generation. And she's kind of been put through the ringer in her life and kind of is an indentured servant and trying to figure out how she's going to move forward after she got some bad news. Here it comes with its never-ending punishments, forever descending on my head. The slap has landed, I'm about to feel the pain. Here come the punishments again. I could choose to simply not have this baby in a world where a woman can find no joy at all. And had my mother made the choice to not have me, then my baby and I would both be free. It goes on and it goes on, and I'm just feeling tired. I just want to rest a while and get warm by the fire. Oh, who am I to continue fighting? Baby mine, would you think me a coward to lay you down into this bed that my mother has made for me, with the blanket my mother's made for me? And who was she, the woman who left me all alone? It'd be better to not be born at all than end up burning while your child is made into an object that everyone can use. Wolves will wait for easy prey, and sheep they will deliver. Little lambs all crying out, I am here, I am here, I am It goes on, it goes on, I'm just feeling tired. I just want to rest a while and get warm by the fire. Oh, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. It goes on and it goes on and it goes on and on. That was Mary. She sang that song. She decided to keep the baby. Okay. The next one is Let's Not Name the Clouds, that she also sings, because she is, as she is falling in love with this guy named Daniel, and he's like saying, hey, what can we call our relationship? Could we say we're in love? What do we call ourselves? What is this point that we're at? And then she sings this song. This one's a bear, that one's a clown. It looks like the statue that's standing downtown. They float away while I'm left on the ground all alone. Folks are like clouds up in the sky. 1 minute, hello, and the next it's goodbye. They promise to stay, but the look in their eyes says they'll go. So let's not name the clouds, as if they're going to hang around. They'll only let you down, and I won't be. If you name a cloud, then in front of your eyes it becomes something else, well then don't be surprised. You know clouds can change with the tiniest shift of a breeze. Enjoy what it is just as long as it lasts, but remember the thing that you learned in the past. It's their nature to change, and they'll leave you at last. And so please, oh please, let's not name the clouds as if they're going to hang around. They'll only let you down, and I won't be, no, I won't be let down. Clouds have such freedom to gleefully roam. They can't pull up roots 'cause they haven't a home. They float above all the things that are known to cause pain. They don't care for you, so please don't care for them. Don't you give them a name and then call them a friend. All they can return for the love that you send is the rain, is the rain. To hang around, they'll only let you down, and I won't be, no, I won't be let down. Funny little clouds are floating by. Funny how the clouds don't know that I am standing on the ground, just trying not to name them one by one by one. This one's a bear, that one's a clown. It looks like the statue that's standing downtown. They float away while I'm left on the ground all alone. Thank you. This one is Magic and Miracles. Daniel the monk has gone to see Mary the witch for the first time. He dared to talk to her, and he is feeling amazing as he leaves her place. When she welcomed me into her cottage, it's like she welcomed me into her life. When she offered me bread and a red currant wine, it's like she offered me wings, 'cause I started to fly. And once you got wings, does it matter how those wings came to be on your back? A witch with a broom, like a saint from the tomb, can give hope when it's hope that you lack. So what is the difference between magic and miracles? What is the difference? Can anyone say? The feeling you feel when your feet leave the floor, whether Jesus or Jezebel, you just want it to stay. Now her strange new ideas can be scary, but everything scares me at first. Look, I know that she's different, but I like that she's different. Being the same would be worse. Now my worries and fears have subsided, and it's all thanks to her and this stuff. And whether I'm well through a prayer or a spell, just the fact that I'm well is enough. It's enough for me to consider. There are many ways to find peace. It's enough for me. It's enough for me. It's enough for me if she's happy. And what is the difference between magic and miracles? What is the difference? Can anyone say? The feeling you feel when your feet leave the floor, whether Jesus or Jezebel, you just wanted to stay. I just wanted to stay. Now I only can go by my feelings, and my feelings say everything's fine. So I ate up the bread and I drank all the wine. And all the way home I'll continue to fly so high. Thank you. Oh my God. This is a cabaret dream comes true. Like, I never thought I'd be doing this. So this is awesome. Okay, the next one, I have a little costume ad. This is also sung by Mary. Once she accepts that she's in love with this dude and she wants to get with him, then she sings this song. But she would never do this costume change, but because we have the most amazing lights by the most amazing lighting people, I was like, I need to put on a little glitter. H&M corduroy, I bedazzled it myself. You know what, before we start, I'm gonna get rid of this. This bit is over. Oh, Papa Collar. Wait, should I stand for this? Sure. Okay. I can see my reflection in the window. It's city lights. Okay. There have been so many times I thought I was through, and so many wishes that just didn't come true. But now here I am, my heart open to you. Don't tell me I'm dreaming this time. In my youth I was told if I did what I should, things would work out toward everyone's good. I need to know I've not misunderstood. Don't tell me I'm dreaming this time. Let it be real. Let it be my turn today. Let me be here. Let this long struggle finally pay. Let this be my life. Show me that dreaming is not in vain, and let it be real. Just let it be real. Always under attack, I have stiffened my spine. I never believed love could really ever be mine. But now that I'm here, I must say it feels fine, leaving my worries behind. For it truly appears things are starting to change, and it seems that my stars, they have all rearranged. but to get what I want feels so utterly strange. Don't tell me I'm dreaming this time. Let it be real. Let it be my turn today. Let me be here. Let this long struggle finally pay. Let this be my life. Let me have joy for only one day. And let it be real. Yes, let it be real. Oh, let it be real. Just let it be real. Thank you. Okay, that's those. Musical over, done, moving on. These, I'm gonna do two things. I just did this random experiment. I wrote a monologue, and I'm really into sci-fi and future stuff and the end of the world. Oh, that's here. No, just kidding. But this first monologue has to do with well, humans are really good at two things. I think they're great at creating things and great at destroying things. And they're really great at creating things that destroy things. We're really good at creating things that destroy ourselves. But one of my favorite movies that came out that I think was really underrated that I can't believe everyone didn't see was, did you guys see the sequel to the second Blade Runner? Like Blade Runner 2049? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's literally my favorite movie in the world. But just seeing this future dystopian kind of thing, and how in the movie there's this tree, and it's the last tree that has died, and there's a replicant or a cyborg buried underneath it, and it's the last tree that ever lived on Earth, and it just created a picture in my mind. So I wrote that, and then the song that I'm going to go into right after that is one that I wrote. It kind of reminds me of 2001: Space Odyssey. You know, Hal. Everybody knows that one, right? Hal, the red eye. Yeah. It's I can't do that, Dave. Kind of how we're eventually going to get to that post-Anthropocene age where humans are superfluous. Anyway. When I was a child, I would gather the apples that fell into the long summer grass and feed them to the neighbors' horses. I loved the feel of their soft snouts pushing through the barbed wire, how they tickled my fingers. When the apples on the ground were gone, I would jump with all my might to reach the ones on the lowest branches, and when those were gone, the horses would slowly wander away. One day, when I was all out of apples and the horses were just beginning to leave, the wind began to blow. Just when you think that there's no more to be had, and the last precious apples are just beyond your fingertips, God gives a little puff and down they rain. God gives a little puff and down they rain. God gives a little puff and down they rain like candy, down like Christmas candy. Oh, I quickly gathered up all the windfall apples and fed them to the horses, and they stayed for a time. Then one day when I was climbing in the tree, I realized I did not need a wind to make the apples fall. I could shake the branches and make them fall myself, and so I did. And the horses stayed for a time. Well, then I realized if I cut down the tree, I could have every last apple on it, so I did. But I did not feed them to the horses, for the horses did not really care for me. Instead, I sold those apples and bought 2 trees, cut them down, Sold those apples and bought 4 trees and cut them down. Sold those apples and bought 8 trees and cut them down. 16 trees and cut them down. 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1,024, 2,048. Well, and so on. And when there were only very few trees left, then I realized that apples were worth much more than when I had started, so I bought all the rest of the apple trees. Then I realized if I cut down all but 1 tree, those apples would be worth a forest of apple trees, so I did. And when the last apple on the last tree was gone, then I realized that I could simply sell prospects of future apples that may or may not grow on the tree, and so I did. Now I don't have to do any work at all. I got more money than I can use, and I am happy. Fuck horses. Oh, sorry, where are my manners? Bananatini, we're all out of apples. Pick up the key, wind up the toy, watch it wake up like a real little boy. Do it again, keep it alive. Start to believe there is someone inside. A crack in the tin, you look in his head. He has no brain, just a clockwork instead. And the scales fall away as a light comes on. And you can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train, and you pick up the sheep, shear off the wool. Weaver won't leave till his bags are all full. Do it again to that shivering sheep till his wool is all gone and he can't earn his keep. Banker is here and he has to get paid. Sheep's at the butcher the very next day, and the scales fall away as a light comes on. And you can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train and it won't come back. It is what it is, and a fact is a fact, and it's best to forget that there's even a track. Click, clickety, click, clickety, click, clickety, click, clickety, click, clickety, click, 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 clack. Hi-ee. Pick up the drill, dig in the earth, pull out the oil and get what it's worth. Do it again, watch it all burn. Build some more drills with the money you earn. It gets hard to breathe as you heat up the sky. You huff and you puff as you watch the world die. And the scales fall away as the light comes on. And you can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train now. But here comes your toy. He's been racing too. And somewhere back there he got smarter than you. He's gotta save fuel, so he puts you to sleep on a train out in space with the rest of the sheep. And the scales fall away as the light comes on. And you can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train, now it's gone. You can't stop the train. Save the planet, save the planet. No intro to this, just a song. You brought me to sorrow the long way around. With hope against hope, it just wouldn't be found. You brought me to sorrow the long way round. But however we got here, I'm sure feeling down. You said we were headed where the trumpeters sound. You said we were headed where there's gold on the ground. You said we were headed to where laughter abounds. But you brought me to sorrow the long way round. Now you say you can't stand to see tears in my eyes. You thought it was better to protect me with lies. But sooner or later the truth will arise, and my sorrow grew deeper when my faith in you died. And it's not a question if I love you. It's not a question if you meant to be cruel. It's not a question of what's meant to be. I just never knew how much you never knew me. You brought me to sorrow the long way around. With hope against hope, it just wouldn't be found. You brought me to sorrow the long way around. But however we got here, I'm sure feeling down. Okay, now this one I do stand up. I should make my choices early in the song, whether I'm standing or sitting. All right, so this song is kind of based on true events in the city. Everyone has a story kind of like this if you've lived here for long. I'll just say that. At this bus stop down on Broadway, where it crosses 32, someone's left a message and he wrote it out in poo. Now it's gotta be important if you'd write it out in poo on a bus stop glass partition where the people all pass through. Now why has no one ever left a message here for me? A message so important that he'd write in poo or pee. Now that's love, that's love, that's love, that's love. We may not agree with how he shows it, but that's love. Now, at first he must have shouted, "Hey, has someone got a pen?" Or perhaps a magic marker. But when no one did, why then? Didn't he use ketchup from the hot dog vendor's cart? Or some mustard or some mayo? Hey, that would be a start. No. Instead, he started searching for something upon the ground. In New York, there's always something, often small and soft and brown. Now, I too am searching for some remnants must be there. It always leaves a mark, at least it does on underwear. No mark upon the ground, but there it is upon the glass. No mark upon the ground, which means it came fresh from someone's ass. Then more things would have happened, things we'll go ahead and skip. All I know is he was careful, 'cause he didn't even drip. And that's love, that's love, that's love, that's love. We may not agree with how he shows it, but that's love. inspiration? Well, that's anybody's guess. But he wrote it out of love, I'm sure, and this is what it says. I waited 20 minutes, how come you didn't show? I waited 20 minutes, but then I had to go. Oh. But wait a minute, look, he signed it. What's it say? Sincerely, Hot Stud 69. Oh my God, no way. I met this guy last night online. He'll be here at 1 o'clock. Crack? Oh no, my watch is broken. Hot Stud 69, come back. I'm never late for anything. It's really not the norm. I must have barely missed him 'cause this poop is kind of warm. Ah, shit. Still, he left a message. He left a message just for me. One he wrote in poop and put where everyone can see. And that's love, that's love, that's love, that's love. You may not agree with how we show it, but that's love, 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 love. Oh, they like it. Fecal humor, it's just, everybody has a poop story in New York. You know you do. Okay, so now transitioning. So I am going to dedicate this song to somebody who isn't here, who I think is watching, Kaniki, because she loves the song. And so a few years ago, I had a couple friends, just a year apart, who passed away from cancer. And one of them, he was actually in the hospital, and I was trying to, I was like, I want to write him a song. I would love to sing him a song. And then he passed away before I finished it, and I was not able to sing it to him, so I will sing it to you. The bruises on your arm, the thinness of your thigh, the scar across your head, and the lost look in your eye. Oh, hey, hey, beautiful boy, did we meet too late, or did we meet just in time? Hey, 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 beautiful boy, I didn't have you for long, but at least you were mine. Our last walk on the beach, I held you with both hands. Everybody shuffles when they're walking in the sand, so hey, don't apologize. You're the champion here. I give you the prize, and hey, hey, I'm in love with you. When it comes to love, this is what we do. And I'd like to try a whole life with you, a whole long life with you. You say there's another side. I really hope it's true. I really hope it's true. From the cracking of your voice to the cutting of your hair, you didn't have a choice, so you pretended not to care. Oh, hey, hey, beautiful boy, feel it fall away, feel it disappear. And hey, 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 beautiful boy, I can't let you go. I can't keep you here. First time that we met, you asked to share my row. Sometimes I like to think that we're still sitting in that show. And hey, soon the lights will rise. We'll walk out of here into bluer skies. And hey, hey, I don't know where or when, but if it's up to love, we'll start again. And I'd like to try a whole life with you, a whole long life with you. You say, hey, there's another side. I really hope it's true. I really hope it's true. Hungry was the moth that turned your body into lace. I watched you struggle through it all with dignity and grace. And I'd like to try a whole life with you, a whole long life with you. And I'd like to try a whole life with you, a whole long life with you. You say there's another side. I really hope it's true. I really hope it's true. Hey, 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 beautiful boy. I didn't have you for long, but at least you are mine. Thank you. Okay, so here's the thing. This is going to be the last song, and I do not have an encore because I didn't write one. I don't have that many songs that are whatever. So this is going to be the last song, and it's kind of going out to everyone, especially Jeff Whiting. Thank you for doing all this. One of my best friends in the world. This song is very appropriate for us. So we'll dedicate it to you tonight. And thank you all so much for coming social distance on your way to the elevator. Thank you. Oh my God. It's so great to have you all here. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot right now, and every little thing we can do helps. So here we go. If you want wisdom, I got just a little. I know it's not much, but somehow I get by. And if you want romance, I got just a little. I'm no Romeo, so don't laugh when I try. But if you want courage, then I am your man. No lion that roars can do what I can. 'Cause everywhere that I go, well, I know that for sure you will be here beside me. And every path that I take, every journey I make, you will be here beside me. I can do anything because we can do anything. And I know that for sure you will be here beside me. I used to be shy, always hid in the back. I thought it was better to just disappear. I wouldn't speak, so afraid to distract. Didn't think that my voice was important to hear. But you make me feel like I'm worth something more. Now I'm not afraid when I walk out the door. 'Cause everywhere that I go, well, I know that for sure you will be here beside me. And every path that I take, every journey I make, you will be here beside me. I can do anything because we can do anything. And I know that for sure Yay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Debbie, Josh, Brian, Etho, and Kat on lights. Yay, thank you so much for coming. Ah, feels good. Beside me. Yay! Yay, thank you. And seriously, social distance on your way out. Thank you.